Hi everybody, it's Karen and I'm sharing a mini album that I made. My daughter's friend had a baby last week and her name is Adeline Grace, and I am making a gift for her. It is a mini album that's 6 3/4 by 6 3/4, and I used a paper line by Crate Paper called Little You. It's the girl version, of course. I had one 6 by 6 pack of 36 papers, and I had a few sheets of the 12 by 12, and I also used one sheet of pebbles on the inside. On the outside cover, I used paper by We Are Memories Keeper. It's a denim paper, and I love using it on my spines. It just wraps around so nice and neat. On the front, I have a layer of rickrack and some pretty white lace. These are some papers that I cut out with a die cut by Avery Elle. It's like a wonky stitch die. This is a piece of the ephemera. I added an enamel heart here, and I used a little stamp set and individually stamped each of the letters of the baby's name. It is... The spine is 2.5 inches across. I used a Stack the Deck binding, and I left 1/2 inch gaps in between for the gussets. There is no closure on this. I typically don't put closures on my albums. I like to leave them just so they're not too bulky. When you open it up on the inside cover, I used a 12 by 12 sheet of the paper, and it's magnetized, and you just open it up. There's room for a photo that slips under here. And this is a pocket, and I made like a little accordion in there for a little extra space. And this is months 1 through 6, and on the back cover I have months 7 through 12. And this is for the mom just to write the height and weight and little notes about the baby. On the back side she could put a picture or continue writing. So on each one I used a spelled binder's die, and I cut these out on my Cricuts, the individual months, and there's a little bit of ephemera on each one. Up here is a little tab die that's from Hero Arts. I cut all these shapes out with my Cricut using one of the cartridges. So here we have a bow tie from Maggie Holmes, maybe. Month 2, just a little cutout from the collection. Month 3, I have another cutout. Month 4 up here, I did a little thing. This is my sweet baby girl. This is just a 1-inch circle I cut out with a circle punch and put a piece of like epoxy circle on it and made it look like a piece of flare. Month 5, I did the same thing. 6, just a little, this is a little piece of ephemera. I wish they had one for every month, but they only had like 3 in the collection. So they all fit back into this accordion pocket. I'll just leave them out for later. On the first, there's 4 pocket pages, and on the first one, I used this piece of acetate from the ephemera pack and some rosette ribbon. I cut it with a spellbinder's die, and this flips up. And there's a place for a photo here. I did use some white embossed paper. I think it's from Basil. A place for a photo here. And then this opens up. We're still in the first pocket. A place for a photo here underneath this little acetate cluster, and a place for a photo here. So each of my pocket pages has a pull-out for more photos. I love the black with this collection, but I didn't want to use too much of it. I think it's going to look really nice with a white gel pen. And on the back side, they're all the same. And I just used a bigger Hero Arts tab die. So in the back of the first pocket page is a magnetized flap with a cutout from the collection. Up here I just cut out 1-inch circles, did a zigzag stitch through here, and added some enamel hearts for a banner. And then underneath this magnetic flap I made a little book maybe for some Instagram pictures. And there's room for 1, 2, 3, 4 photos, and maybe 5 if you want to use the back. And then the inside there's like a little surprise here with some ribbon that I added some gold hearts on each side. Just something a little cute, like a little surprise in here. And this has magnets in it too, so it'll stay on the page and connect to this flap. Onto the second pocket page is a magnetized flap on the top and on the bottom. Here's a little cluster from the ephemera set. So there's place for a photo up here, here, and down here. And then there's a pocket, and inside the pocket I made 2 photo mats. Another one. This is just a cutout from the collection. All You Need Is Sleep. Not sure if that's the baby or the mom. And this was a free download off of sweetsunnydays.com, and I just covered up the top and the bottom where they had balloons and a banner, and so it matched my paper collection. And there's just room for the mom to write all the dates in for these baby moments. On the back of the second pocket page, I have a pull out here, and these are just little cutouts from the 6x6 collection that I cut out with like a 1.5 inch square scallop punch, and I added an enamel dot here. And in the pocket is like a wallet that has a band, and it's magnetized, and when you open it up, there's room for 4 more photos, possibly 5 or 6 if you use the back sides. On the front side of the third pocket, I stitched some hearts down the side with a zigzag stitch and added a little banner for So Sweet. And over here, these pages, one opens to the right and one to the left. I added some rosette trim, and this one is left open so the baby's photos will go right here as soon as you open up the middle of the book. And there's room for 2 more when you open them up, and they're magnetized. This acetate bird is left open for a photo. And then over here, I have a magnetized like sideways waterfall. This is a cutout from the collection. And then we have room for more photos. And then on the back side, like I said, with the front cover, inside cover, it's like the back cover. There's room for a photo here underneath this acetate, Sweet Little Baby. And there's an accordion pocket with months 7 through 12. So we have 7 with another little bow, 8 with a cutout. We have month 9 with a paperclip flare. Here's month 10. 11, and 12. And that is my baby girl mini album. Thanks for all your thumbs up and for liking my videos. I appreciate all your sweet comments.